Hello. Hi. I just did a very sweaty workout and I'm waiting for my um, follower to come on. I'm basically doing this for this guy named Kevin. So I'm here. Okay. I'm live. Shall we pull some tarot? Feeling good today. Yeah, not a lot to say. Did yoga, did some schoolwork, did some HIIT, high intensity interval training, and walked the dogs in the forest with my boyfriend. Had a fruit smoothie for breakfast, some apples for lunch, and my boyfriend made some cheesy pasta for dinner. So apart from the dinner, I'm feeling feeling good about my eating today, but that's basically what I can expect my eating to look like. So like a fruit smoothie, some fruit for lunch, and then some kind of cooked meal for dinner. And that's enough. I don't need to be super strict. As long as I'm working out and doing everything I need to be doing, I should be fine. I'm not going to stress. I just exerted a lot of energy, and now I'm like sitting on the ground talking. Just waiting for Kevin. Waiting for Kevin. Tarot. I don't really pull a lot of tarot for myself. I find that I don't like using the tarot. It usually creates more problems than it solves. And I think that's the cycle that a lot of people are in with the tarot. I think that people pull too much tarot. Some of the most miserable people I know do a lot of tarot. Feeling really happy today. Feeling content. I wouldn't say I'm feeling happy. I'm just feeling content today. I invited somebody to go hang out with me in the city next weekend. That was hard to do. It's hard to make friends after 30. You know, when you're 20, you have just that little extra bit of confidence, energy. Just kind of, and you sort of need to go out a lot when you're young, don't you? You need to go out and hang out with people a lot and circulate a lot of energy. because you're still learning. You're still learning quite a lot about yourself and who you are in a group dynamic, what your interests are, what they aren't. You're still figuring out your philosophy. So you need to do quite a bit of hanging out and exploring and making all different types of friends. But I'd like to believe that you can just continue making lots of friends and exploring and having those same kinds of interesting life when you're in your 30s onward. Hello. Hey, Kevin. What's up, dude? Been waiting for you for 5 minutes, just chatting. How are you doing? Doing all right? I'm pulling some tarot. Would you like a... You're okay? Did you do anything interesting today? Finally caught you live. Yeah, you finally did, eh? Did you do anything today? Not much, really. Oh, man. I just finished working out. I was doing like squats and jumping jacks and different types of sit-ups, and yeah, I'm actually like sweating right now. Awesome. Yeah. So you're interested in spirituality, or you say you've recently developed an interest in spirituality, or something? What are you what type of books are you reading, or what type of what's the nature of your interest in, like, what are you doing? Or, what type of drugs are you taking, or what types all kinds of spirituality, witchcraft, basically open to anything, really. Okay. Yeah, I think that's most people, isn't it? Interested in kind of eclectic spirituality. Witchcraft, cool. I don't really know anything about witchcraft. I pull tarot a little bit. I pulled tarot for like 10 years, and like I talk to spirits, I guess, and I lucid dream. I can astral project. I already said I pulled tarot. I used to really like crystals, but I'm a pretty normal person, actually. So, yeah. You have any questions for me, or anything that you wanted to talk about in particular, or? I have crazy dreams, but can't never remember them fully. Yeah, they say you should start a dream journal and just write down anything that you can remember, even just like impressions, like even fragmented little memories that you might have from your dreams. And when I did that, I was able to remember every single dream I had. So I can recommend you that. Yeah, starting a dream journal. Just keeping it by your bed. And when you wake up, set aside like 5-10 minutes to just write down everything that you remember. And if you want a lucid dream, you can try taking galantamine. I made a video about it. You might have seen my video. I am dreaming about a family member who passed. Same person every night for 2 weeks straight. Must mean something. Wow. They might be visiting you. I mean, that's cool. Do you remember any? Are you doing anything with them, or is it like you're watching a movie of them, or are you involved in? Are they telling you? Are they giving you messages or anything? Don't know. Seems very vivid. Okay. Well, that's good. Cool. I'm with them, but can't remember much about the dream. Tell me more about you, about me. Well, I don't know what to really say. I live in New Zealand. I have a partner. I work as a preschool teacher. Anything, everything. In my free time, I like to do a lot of things in my free time. Just depends. It always varies. But I always do yoga. I do a lot of yoga. I jog a lot with my dog. I do a lot of jogging. I'm pretty boring. What else? I had a very turbulent 20s. In my 20s, I took a lot of drugs, and I'm from Canada. Oh, my dad's Canadian. I love Canada. I used to work, but had to stop. Struck down by many chronic health issues. Oh, no. Okay. So are you on the dole for like disability? Canada, that's a good place to do drugs. I used to do a lot of drugs in the past. Yeah. Drugs are great. We still do, we order ketamine, do ketamine occasionally. Yes, unfortunately. Yeah. The dole. I talked to a guy on the dole the other day. Man, everyone's on the dole except me. I want to get on the dole. Whereabouts in Canada do you live? I love Canada. Yeah, my dad's Canadian. He's from Toronto. London, Ontario. Cool. That's cool. Yeah, we used to live in, I used to live in Detroit, Michigan, and we would drive to Canada and have lunch in Canada. We would always go get Asian food. Been to Toronto many times. Yeah. Canada is really cool. I like Canada. Well, if you're interested in magic, which it seems you might have an interest in magic, here, I'm going to write in the chat. So there's this guy. He's Canadian. He's a really, I was in his mystery school for a while. but I couldn't afford it anymore, and I didn't have time because I wanted to go to the gym. I have a cold sore right there. It's really kind of gross, but Fatter RC is his name, and he has a podcast called Magic Without Fears. And he has the Hermetic Mystery School, and I think it's $100 a month. And yeah, he'll teach you everything about magic. He's really good. He's like a scholar. He went to seminary school, so he's like an ordained minister. Yeah. Check him out. He's like, and he has an Instagram, Fatter RC, and check out the podcast Magic Without Fears. He's had a lot of good people on. And if you join his magic school, he will give you a phone call every month and help you answer any questions. And he has a weekly group sessions, like group Zoom calls or whatever, with everyone in the mystery school. And there's like weekly homework assignments and stuff. It's really cool. It's like a little magic group. I think it's like $100 a month last time I checked. And yeah, you might like that. You check that out. Canada, oh Canada. But yeah. So you're dreaming. So you experience vivid dreams. That's cool. Do you pull tarot, or do you throw bones, or do you do any divination? Are you interested in divination or anything? Or have you ever been interested in like divination? Always wanted to do tarot, but don't know how. Oh yeah. Tarot. You can learn online. You can definitely. Bones? Yeah, throw bones. Some people like throw bones. I don't know anything about it. You throw bones and read what it's like reading tea leaves. You read kind of the pattern that the bones fall in. Yeah. Some people throw bones. Some people read tea leaves. Some people will use tarot cards. Some people do automatic writing, where you just write. You shut down a certain part of your brain and you just write and write and write until and you can like maybe predict some things for yourself, or spirits can come through and speak through the writing. Yeah. There's lots of different divinatory systems. Basically, you just get into a flow state. And yeah, it's kind of like a feedback loop. I don't know how to really describe the way divination works, but it's kind of like you already know the answer. You're just using something. You're just focusing your energy on like maybe some cards, or the way the bones look, or the tea leaves. It's like a Rorschach test. It's like you'll interpret it. Something inside you is interpreting it. It's not really, it doesn't really matter what the card means, like what the card exactly means, but it's more about the way you interpret it. And you sort of already know the answer. I don't know. It's like channeling. You're just channeling. So it's about shutting off certain like logic, certain parts of your brain and turning on other certain parts of your brain. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, what were you doing for work before you got sick? I find that amazing. Anyone who's on the dole, anyone who works from home, manufacturing candy. Aw, that's so sweet. No pun intended. That's cute. Manufacturing candy. Oh, that's cool. Like in a factory? Was it actually pretty like difficult, long hours at a factory or something? Yeah, at a factory. Hmm. Yeah, my boyfriend, he was working at a factory and long hours, not difficult, pretty straightforward. Yeah. Boyfriend was working at a factory and a spirit told him to quit his job and he quit his job because my boyfriend talks to spirit too. So a spirit told him to quit his job. The spirit told him, "Don't die at the factory," and don't die at that factory. So he quit the job, and then he applied, and then out of nowhere, a support worker job fell out of the sky, and he applied for it. And after 3 interviews, like 3 rounds of interviews, he got the job. And they're going to provide him with free education towards like a counseling degree eventually. So he's going to work towards becoming a counselor. And yeah, it's cool. They provide him like a free gym membership, discounts at local stores. He can use the company car. It's a pretty sweet support worker job. First thing about my health that started failing, I got severe anxiety and panic attacks and had struggle working. Yeah. Anxiety. I was talking to a British guy the other day and he's got really terrible anxiety. I think this is like this is an epidemic. I have terrible anxiety too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's lucky. Yeah. I was working at like a big box store, which is like like the equivalent of like Walmart here in New Zealand. And I was working in the warehouse part, and I was like the manager of the warehouse, so I like drove the forklift. And that was my first job. Actually, I was working in a butchery when I first came. Uh, Actually, I've had a couple of jobs in New Zealand. I was a dishwasher. Every second person I talk to has bad anxiety. Half my family has it. Must be an epidemic. Yeah, I think it's with all the new technologies. I don't know exactly what's going on. I think it's some of the children being born. I think just with the climate crisis and the wars and like there's just a anxiety flying around in the air, and I think that a lot of people are like, and even young children. I work as a preschool teacher now, and there's anxious 3-year-olds. We have a 3-year-old that has selective mutism, which is a form of anxiety that manifests often in young children where they stop talking and they stop contributing or stop what's the word? They stop like engaging. And so basically she doesn't eat. So she doesn't eat the whole day. She doesn't talk. She won't wash her own hands. She's always biting her lip. She's always like twisting her fingers. She's only 3 years old. She's like She's like a basket case. Had many different jobs. Was a dishwasher once. Yeah, I was a dishwasher. That was all right. I didn't mind that job. I developed psychosis. Can manifest in something called depersonalization. Very terrifying. Oh, so you start like to disassociate. Yeah, I can do that too. Like you sort of your soul leaves your body. um, yeah, you start to disassociate. That can get. That's like yeah, that's terrifying. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking you? But yeah, I see anxiety in young children. It's not too terrible. New Zealand's kind of stuck in the past, so um, yeah, it's different than America. Um, like New Zealand is kind of like stuck in the 80s. I'm 44. Oh, okay. I also struggle with severe OCD. Oh, yeah, really? That's interesting. I used to. I used to have OCD. I love the 80s, my favorite decade. Yeah. I'm not a fan of the 80s. I'm a fan of 100 years from now. I want to live 100 years from now. You're 44, so and now you've gotten chronically sick. How did you beat OCD? How did I beat OCD? I still get it occasionally. I had OCD that manifested in I would have unwanted thoughts, often of a sexual and violent nature, and it was terrifying. Um, I'm trying to beat it, but end up going in circles. Yeah, mine wasn't like around like cleanliness or like washing my hands, or it wasn't really ritualistic OCD. Um, it was more like thought loops. Because I have quite a sticky brain. I've heard of that type of OCD. Yeah, I have quite a sticky brain. Like songs get stuck in my head, words get stuck in my head. I have a lot of like Mercury in my chart, so I have my brain kind of can go in circles and stuff like that, and it latched on to some like perverted sexual and violent stuff that was like going in my head. Like I was having basically sexual thoughts towards everyone and everything. That was frightening. And a big part of breaking free from that was accepting that I was like, "Okay, I'm a pervert and I'm, like, a violent person." And I, like, accepted it. Like, one day I stopped trying to push it away. I just, like, accepted that that's what I was, that I was, like, a predator and, like, an evil person. And when I did that, it's like like, it was like something switched in my head when I, like, accepted it and I stopped trying to fight the thoughts. And then the thoughts just, started coming less and less. I don't know exactly how I did it. I would just watch the thoughts. I would have OCD thoughts and I would just watch them, not react to them. Because when it first started happening, I was like, oh my God. And I would do all this justifying. I was also hearing voices at the same time. When I got how old you are, I'm 31. 31. So I only had that type of OCD for like I only had that type of OCD for like a year or two. But yeah, I accepted that maybe I was the worst person on the planet and that I was gonna work from there. So I was working from the ground level. And yeah, and it was weird once I accepted that, it all started to change. Um And yeah, I watched the thoughts as they went by without reacting to them. I I started working, I started volunteering, I started exercising, I started cleansing my body. I started repairing the relationship with my parents, which was a big karmic thing that I did and ended up healing me in ways that I couldn't have even imagined. Um, I I think getting back into the workplace was really difficult. It was really difficult. I was having unwanted thoughts and working with my peers. Like I would have like sexual or violent thoughts towards the people I was talking to. I'd be talking to someone and be thinking about like killing them. It was like it was a nightmare. And I was hearing voices and I was hearing spirits and uh yeah, I basically had psychosis. And and I took Zoloft. I think that helped. I started taking antipsychotics, that helped. And slowly but surely, I kind of got back on my feet. I just started working and sucking it up and dealing with it. And through like exposure therapy, just being around people and like completing tasks and exercising and eating vegetables and like scheduling my day so I wouldn't have unstructured days. Like I would plan what I was doing every hour of every day and not really giving myself time to think or ruminate or um, sit around and get lost and the hours go by and I don't know. Um, I'm trying to go through therapy. I suffer from severe IBS, um, and people around me said that triggered me getting OCD. Yeah, if you have gut issues, it's probably in your gut. Here, I'll show you. I'll tell you what. Polina Akina. This is a friend of mine. She's a psychic. Um, she knows all about. She could recommend if you got a psychic reading with her, which I know sounds kind of weird. Um, but she is all about the cleansing and all your emotional and psychic psychoses and things is coming from the gut, coming from an unclean gut. And under her guidance, I've done several parasite cleanses. I've drunk a lot of different herbs, basically Peruvian herbs that cleanse the bowels, the kidneys, the liver, the lymph, the lungs, and things like that. And I think that really getting clean like that and like getting rid of candida and stuff like that can really contribute towards a healthier mind. Yeah, because a healthy gut often is correlated with an unhealthy mind. People who are really clean, who have really clean bodies, often are very like things like OCD is like a sticky brain. Like things don't stick to the brain. Everything it just runs really smooth. So I would recommend raw veganism. I'm on a diet. It's helping a bit, but not as much as I want. Raw veganism. Try raw veganism. But even like the carnivore can heal a gut really quickly. If you do a stint of like carnivore diet, that often can like heal a gut really quickly, like within a couple months. But raw veganism is really good for getting rid of parasites and running really clean and having lots of energy. But it seems like you're looking for like stability and maybe a feeling of satiation. Because if you have OCD, it probably feels like you can never rest. And raw veganism might actually give you too much energy. So maybe like had IBS and OCD for 10 years. Had IBS and OCD. I'm sorry. What type of OCD do you have, if you don't mind me asking you? Like, how does your OCD manifest? I remember I pulled a tarot card for you. I think it was the Five of Cups the other day, and you said that that's not at all how you were feeling. You said you were feeling really good. I wouldn't try to go. I also suffer with a muscle issue called interstitial cystitis, cystitis, interstitial cystitis. Oh, a muscle issue. Yeah, it sounds like you need to cleanse your body. You need like a parasite cleanse. I know that's weird advice, but I would work on your gut. A lot of it is probably coming from an unclean gut. So eating really clean, getting out, seeing the sun. I wouldn't worry about spirituality or dreaming or anything like that. I would actually stay away from that stuff. I would focus on your body and cleansing and being keeping simple, seeing the sun, going into nature. Um, my OCD is a lot of checking switches, knobs, and personal belongings. Checking. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, so you would just basically, if you were to get into spirituality, you would just like start getting really probably you would start getting really OCD about spirituality, about like reading the signs and like angel numbers and 1111 and um you know reading messages in the nature and like a bird landed on your windowsill, so that means that it's going to be a good day. And um OCD has a lot of counting too. A lot of counting. I do see angel numbers daily. Yeah. 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 It sounds like um are you taking any medication? It's good that you're on the dole. I see a 111 all the time. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's good that you're on the dole because it'll give you a good opportunity to. I would, if you have the money, you might have some money saved. I take clonazepam for anxiety. Yeah, I used to take clonazepam for anxiety, but the problem with clonazepam is it stops working and you have to take more and more and more, and then you develop a benzo problem. And clonazepam has been linked to Alzheimer's later on in life. Not to make you worried. I know it's a good quick fix if if you try to take an anti-anxiety like Zoloft and it just doesn't really hit you as hard. Zoloft is kind of like clonazepam light. It's not quite as strong. That's it. I don't take anything else. Okay. Um, are you sleeping well at night? Do you sleep well at night? Or do you have trouble getting to sleep? You should try like Zoloft, or Zoloft helps me quite a bit. I took that for about a year. Um, OCD is one fucking hard thing to get over. Um, I would you could try a meditation practice. I would look into some meditation things, which might be really hard at first. I would start with like doing a meditation for 1 minute a day. And then every 4 days, add another minute until you can sit for like 20 minutes. And it could be like Vipassana. I would look into Vipassana. I've tried over 50 meds for anxiety. Clonazepam seems to be the only thing that works. Tried Zoloft, didn't work. Even was on antipsychotic, didn't work. So you've probably tried like lamotrigine and mood stabilizers and all types of stuff. So clonazepam is the only thing that works for you. Yeah. Yeah. I've tried every medication on the planet too. I don't know. What to tell you. Like my whole life I didn't have social services. So I would lived in America, so there was no dole. There was like no way I could afford to not I couldn't fall on my face. I had to keep going. And I think just by the fact that I was sort of, my hand was forced. I kind of sort of had to figure it out, and just work with what I got. Tried meditation. The quietness actually gives me anxiety. Very strange. Yeah, it does that at first. It could do that for like a year until it actually starts to work for you. It's quite a long process. Meditation actually takes quite a while to actually start working for you. I know this is weird advice, and this might send you into psychosis, but a Vipassana retreat, they're free, and they have them all over the world. You worked for 20 years before you're, yeah. It sounds like you need a body cleanse, and you need to just, Vipassana retreat. Vipassana retreat will catapult you into a healing journey, a real authentic spiritual healing journey. And it will be really hard, and it will probably break you down, and it'll force you to really look at yourself. Basically, you have to sit in silence for 10 hours a day with a group of people, and you're not allowed to talk or use your cell phone. And you sleep in a little tiny room with just a bed and a bedside table, no cell phones, only like analog alarm clock. You get up every day at 4:30 in the morning, and you don't stop meditating until like 8 p.m. You eat vegetarian food, and you're not allowed to kill, so you can't kill a spider. If a spider was to waltz into your room, you can't kill a spider. You sit in silence, and you focus on your breath, and then you focus on this part, top of your lip, of your nose, and quiet your mind. You don't do anything fancy. You're not trying to go into the astral. It's very primitive. And then eventually you start to shift your focus around your body. So you do like body scanning. And that's what you spend the last 3 or 4 days doing, just body scanning. And then you do targeted body scanning on like muscle. This can help with your muscle thing. If you become a really good body scanner, you can actually undo a lot of knots in your body. You can actually solve a lot of chronic pain issues if you become really good at body scanning. It takes a while. I in my life have a couple of times gotten like amazing at body scanning, where I could do it like really quickly and basically undo all the knots in my body, and undo all the pain or anything that's knotted up. But it takes a while to get good at body scanning. I'm guessing you don't. Interstitial is a pelvic floor dysfunction, painful bladder. Oh no. Sorry, there's like a thing where that last word is. Painful bladder and something. I can't read it. There's a big thing right in there. Where the fucking thing? Oh, and urination. Oh no. Painful bladder and urination. There's herbs that are good for the bladder. Right. So man, you're a puzzle. Yeah, you need to do like a full body cleanse. I would talk to, again, I'm gonna write her name again, Paulina Utkina. Get a psychic reading with her, and you can even ask her. She has on her website. You can it's similar to chronic cancer pain without having cancer. Oh my god. Phew. But the other day you were feeling good. So you have some moments of feeling like fairly okay. Yeah, it's gonna be about cleansing your body, and it might take you like a year or 2 years of like rounds of parasite cleansing, taking probiotics, drinking lots of herbs. I had a dream where an African woman told me not to drink the herbs that Paulina was recommending me. She told me to she came in as like this African spirit guide, and she told me to drink herbs that were local to where I was living instead. So like the bee pollen, the honey, the basic herbs like that grow in like New Zealand where I was living, and to stop. And she told me to stop drinking the Peruvian plants. So I don't know, but I would look into like medicinal, even like a Chinese herbalist. I would go with one um, system. It could be Ayurveda, or the Chinese system is really good for herbal. Most days not in pain unless I get a flare up. Flare up. I like a permanent UTI. Oh, yeah, no. I would highly recommend talking to Polina. She can like see into your body, no joke, and tell you which herbs that you need to take. And you can tell her she's dealt with all types of chronic issues herself, and gotten rid of all the things and problems with her own body. And she did it for me. She basically saw into my body, gave me a list of herbs. I took those herbs, and like I was feeling amazing. Depends if I can afford these herbs. Yeah, they can be fairly cheap. Um, if you're on the dole, are you allowed to like do work on the side? Could you pick up like a day laboring job, like just be like a hammer hand somewhere? Or are you allowed to like have, or do they check that very well? Because I know if you try to get on the dole here, you're not allowed to get a job, or they'll stop giving you the dole because you have a job. The herbs are not that expensive. Then she has a couple of websites. Here's a good website. Natritas. Did I spell that right? Natritas. It's like nature in Spanish. Yes, depends on what type of work. They check everything. If I worked full time, I get taken off. Okay. Yeah, so I would just recommend, I'm housebound a lot. Yeah. I'd go hiking, go into nature a lot. Save up some of the money, and I would recommend getting a reading with Paulina, and she can help you navigate getting some herbs or some things that you can do maybe for free that would help you. Because I feel like if you clear up your IBS and your gut health, a lot of the other stuff will follow, including the OCD. And getting into nature and seeing the sun, and like even seeing the stars at night is really good. Having a sense of passing of time, getting into almost like a pagan type of feeling about the world. And you should like look into pagan stuff. It might lend itself to your OCD. A lot of like rituals and celebrating the full moon and celebrating the new moon. You could have like rituals around just celebrating the seasons and the passing of time. Yeah. And just try to get in tune with nature. And I would get like more off social media and off the internet, out of the news and out of the war in Israel, and all that stuff is just going to make you go crazy. Just focusing really on the land that you're living. Maybe volunteering even could help. I know it's weird, but sometimes I found that volunteering helped me a lot with my OCD. Volunteering at a soup kitchen, volunteering your time, because you probably have nothing but time. So I know it might make you anxious or nervous, but if you could volunteer at a hospice, old people are often very forgiving. Young people, if you volunteer for children that are sick, children are extremely forgiving. They're not going to judge you. Old people are not going to judge you. They might judge you, but they won't show it. So around those types of people, homeless people are also often down on their luck, and they would just appreciate anything, and often homeless people are quite mystic, in a certain way, so that type of energy can be interesting to be around when your own mind is a little untethered. You be around someone who's a vagabond, and you helping them in some capacity at the soup kitchen and stuff like that can actually help you in a way. My IBS takes up a lot of my time, unfortunately. Yeah, homeless people, young people, old people, helping them, serving some time. It's worth it. I mean, fuck it. What do you have to lose? Um, I wouldn't worry about Frater RC's magic school. That's probably gonna. I think your money and finances and energy should go into like cleansing your body and working out and doing some simple like yoga. Here's a good yoga app that you can download. It's like a down dog. Actually, you know what? It's even cheaper than that. Daily yoga. It's a yoga app, and you can do like 5, 10, 15-minute yoga sessions um, every day, and that really helps. Yeah. Um, helps with your lymphatic system, which might help with some other things. And being stretching and flexible and not feeling so stiff, because like OCD is like a stiffness. You're like getting rigid. You're getting rigid thinking. Like I gotta check the look. We go get stiff. If you start like lubricating your joints and things like that, and getting out into nature and walking and feeling your arms like going, limp at your sides instead of keeping them crossed or always crossing your body and checking the locks and just sitting and watching the computer and on your phone and hunched over and all that stuff just gives you a sick body. You want to have like a lubricated, loose body that can do like all types of things like this and this and this and like, look, I don't think about killing people anymore. And I used to. So yeah, I did yoga. I did meditation. I started at 1 minute a day. I started doing yoga 5 minutes a day. Um, and then I worked up from there. I volunteered. I stiff, not sick. Yeah, but my bowels started fucking up. Um, I was quite like hunched over. I was really inflexible. And I had inflexible thinking. I had rigid thinking. I had OCD thought patterns. I had really ritualistic, strange thought patterns. I thought the people on the computer were speaking directly to me. I thought like signs were coming from all over. I got really paranoid and freaked out, and that's where some of this stuff you're describing. It's like it. I mean, you very well. I don't mean to summon something into your life that might not happen, but it sounds like if on the course that you're going you might develop psychosis, and that's when things get really dicey. Especially with OCD, it's easy to fall into psychosis. But yeah, you need to get things, I think, moving in the body and moving out of the body and detoxing. You can just look for simple things at the grocery store, that anything that says detox, anything anti-parasite, anti-fungus, um, viral, you know, they might have some simple things at the grocery store that you can start with, and that's a great start. Clove is good. Wormwood, good. What's the other one? Clove, wormwood. What's that combination? Clove, wormwood. Yarrow is good. Parasite, idea, psychosis. Parasite. Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to find. Senna is good. Cleans out the bowels. Senna leaf. It's not going to save this chat, by the way. I don't set it to save the chat, so you have to write all this stuff down if you are taking any of this advice. But olive leaf. Oh yeah, olive leaf is good for colds and things. Strength, resilience, 6 months. Nerviosum. For anxiety, Peruvian nerviosan, which has valerian root. I forget what else is in nerviosan. Valerian root, good. Try that at nighttime. It's not going to be as strong as Klonopin, but it will be in some ways more effective than Klonopin. I'm looking for wormwood, clove, and what is the other fucking one that I can't think of right now? Hold on. Tiflaruki, Sparkica, Dream Claries. I mean, if you got all the time in the world, why not just cleanse your whole body? And I have a bunch of dreams. Here, dreams. I write my dreams in my notes app. Horsetail. If you go to onto Polina Kina Facebook page, look for a post. She posted an audio labeled, I think, diet and detox. She recently made a recording about detoxing the body. Hold on. I think it's called labeled diet and detox. I would listen to that audio. Horsetail is really good. Weird. One year I was diagnosed with IBS. Second year I developed interstitial cystitis. Third year developed OCD. One after the other. Okay, well, if you developed OCD later in life, that doesn't mean you're gonna have it forever. I did too. Like, I wasn't like born with OCD. It just like hit me one day. And then, yeah, if you develop it later in life, it's probably just a passing phase. So you're probably, once you clear up a lot of stuff in your body, the OCD will follow. And once you start running a little bit cleaner, and when a lot of your bodily illnesses go away. I wasn't born. Yeah. Some children get OCD and things like that. And if it just like hit you one day, it's probably going to go away one day. Just as long as you probably cleanse your body. Okay, hold on. I'm looking for... She made a big list of good herbs and things. This is inspiring me to do another detox, because I think I need to do another detox. It's called Everything Detox and Diet on Polina Kina's Facebook. She posted it. It's good. Parasites, bugs. Okay, yeah, for parasites, Cola Veda Plus. That's like the multivitamin of parasite cleanses. You can like construct your own parasite. Yeah, black walnut. So with clove, wormwood, and black walnut, you can get in capsule form or make a tea with the raw ingredients. I don't know which one is going to be cheaper. Sorry, this thing is so annoying. It's so ugly. People, when I was at work, people were like staring at it and then looking at back at my eyes and staring at my cold sore and looking at my eyes. This probably means I have like some stuff in my body that I need to get rid of. Yeah, I could use another parasite cleanse. I need to do that. Oh yeah, Nature's Way parasite cleanse, but Colavita Plus is going to be the best one. Parasite cleanse. I would start with your gut and then move into the other things like kidneys and things. I thought your cold sore was a piercing. Oh no, it's a cold sore. Yeah, it's just a bloody fucking cold sore. It's like, yeah. Garlic, raw garlic, raw. That's cheap. That's something you can get at the grocery store. Take a couple cloves at nighttime. I swear to God. Garlic, raw. Neem. Neem is really good after your parasite cleanse. After parasite cleanse. After you do your parasite cleanse, take neem. Senna leaf powder is good to throw in a morning smooth. I put it in. I don't take it. You take it. Don't take it every day. Can't take garlic. It will flare my eye. See. Oh, really? I would start small then and then build up. Take half a clove. You can't take any garlic. Start with half a clove. Raw garlic. Chew it. Eat it at nighttime. Nope, not at all. Oh man. Yeah, senna leaf is good. So she says, oh yeah, you can chew on these all day. Pumpkin, and papaya seeds. Just munch on those then. Even half a clove will flare it up. Okay. Pumpkin and papaya seeds. You can just munch on those all day. Those are really anti-parasitic. I would look into anti-parasitic diet or the candida diet. You probably have candida. IC has 50 foods you can't eat. Can't have pumpkin. Will flare up my IC. Really? Whew. Okay. Dry fasting. You have time. You don't have to be anywhere. Dry fasting. Do that for a day, which means don't drink or eat. Fasting in general that'll be a good reset for your body. Fasting. Did candida diet before? It didn't work. But did you really do it? Did you do it to the T? Liver. Yeah, Higason for liver. Higason is a Peruvian tea. Milk thistle. Milk thistle is good for your liver. Garlic, ginger. Just garlic is so good. I can't believe you can't do garlic. Oh yeah. Golden seal is good. Ginger, make a ginger tea. Just cut up some ginger. Can you eat ginger? Ginger tea. Just boiled ginger in a pot. Ginger tea. Good. Apples. Lots of apples. I went on an apple fast and that really changed my life. Apples. Maybe go on an apple fast. Eat 15 apples a day. And try that. I did that for 2 weeks. I did that for a month one time. Totally reset my body. Apples. Turmeric is good. Olives are good. Apple cider vinegar, very good. And baking soda and water. Baking soda. I like a teaspoon of baking soda. yeah, those are some ideas for you to get started with. Don't know if cleansing my butt can handle it. If cleansing my butt can handle it, it's extremely sore. From my IBS, had surgery in November, removed a stage 5 prolapse hemorrhoid. Oh my god. Yeah, but it seems like you need to clean out your gut. Your gut. That's my main advice, but I'm not the expert. There's gonna be gentler ways to do it. If you want a full body reset, I would do like a 3-day fast with just water. Water. You can even put Himalayan salt. Himalayan pink salt. Himalayan pink salt. It'll satiate your hunger. Pink salt, if you put a little salt in your water. What salt flushes. You just take salt and can really clean things out. Can't have vinegar. It's the number one worst thing. Flare up. Oh my god. Well, apple cider vinegar is different. I've heard that before, but water, Himalayan pink salt, and baking soda, and this thing called no salt. A teaspoon of each, and drink that in a big thing of water. 3-day water fast can reset your whole body. Dry fast is even better, but that's hard. Even a hard dry fast is where you don't shower. Cold showers, some contrast showers. But yeah, I would try a parasite cleanse and just start with that and see how you go. Yoga, cold showers, seeing the sun gazing, moon gazing, staring at the stars. Maybe look into paganism. If you like spirituality, you're looking for a path, paganism. That can help you structure your day. You can structure rituals. You can get like candles and maybe even have like a altar and with some gods and goddesses, and you give like offerings and things like that. Even going to church helps me. I like to go to church. Getting out into the public, seeing the people. A lot of this stuff accumulates when we don't see people. I know you got sick working, but often being reclusive and not seeing anyone or having any interactions with people makes people sicker and made me pretty sick. Would you be able to give me a reading? LOL. Yeah, sure. I'll give you a reading. Why not? I'm not very good at tarot, but I'll give you a reading. I pulled tarot for 10 years. And I pulled tarot for 10 years, but I never really looked up the real definitions of the cards. I just kind of looked at the pictures and decided my own meanings for the cards. Yeah, sure. Why not? Do you have any questions for the tarot? Many. What can you start with one? What's the energy that Kevin needs? Energy that Kevin needs. Relationships reading. You want a relationships reading? You got all this going on and you're thinking about relationships? Like with women? Relationships? Are you serious? Clarify. With women or men? I don't care. Relationships? Really? You want me to go into your romantic life? Page of Pentacles. Been in a relationship while being sick. Been in a relationship while being sick. This is talks about practicality. Hate being alone. Been in relationships while being sick. Hate being alone. Practical. So this is kind of goes back to what I was talking about. I think you need to be I would say practical and quite simple in considering women. Like it seems like you need to take a year off women. You want some mama that's gonna come in and make it all feel better, make you feel better. Cuddle your troubles away. I think you need, I don't know. I took 10 years off women, LOL. Okay. Women. What type of woman does Kevin need? What type of woman would be constructive for you at this time? So the last thing I would be thinking about. The Star? Ooh, the Star. I got the Star. So a woman, this can be inspiring to you. Maybe a woman that will take care of you. An inspiring woman that will take care of you. He's pouring water into both into the earth and back into the water. So in a sense, maybe you're looking for a woman that will like kind of serve you, which is not uncommon for men. But someone with a light, someone who's can bring light probably into the darkness that you're experiencing. So maybe a vivacious woman or a woman with a quirky personality or something. Someone to bring some light into your life. But maybe she's very practical. I need light, LO, yeah. But she might be practical, simple, a simple woman who brings some light into your life. And that's what we're all looking for, isn't it? Nothing too complicated. Let's see. What type of energy do you need to cultivate to attract this woman into your life? What type of energy do you need to cultivate to attract this woman into your life? Type of energy. Oh, Four of Wands. This speaks about home. And look, you can see there's two people right there in the middle. Home. Let's look up the Four of Wands. Like homeliness. I typed in home. Four of Wands. Four of Wands energy. So maybe keep a good home. Keep a clean house. This card generally considered positive. It is said to reflect harmony and positive feelings, hard work, and good results. According to the weight, it is country life and a haven of refuge. So if you provide like a warm place, my place is very clean. Yeah. Home, repose, concord, harmony, prosperity, peace, and perfect. So if you can provide a sense of like stability, obviously, which is what women are looking for, a clean house, stability, peace. If you're like a good listener. So she might be the star. So she's talking, she's vivacious, she's got all this energy, and you're just this calm, stable, homely presence. Maybe cultivating the home. And this goes back to paganism. Maybe get an altar, make your home like a place of devotion. Circulate energy in the house, bring in flowers, bring in candles. Maybe start a puja table or like a devotional space where or look up some gods and goddesses and or something or some kind of like devotional to like the earth spirits or start trying to contact the earth spirits. If you start a dream journal, you can maybe start contacting different spirits and set an intention to like contact certain earthy homely spirits, spirits of peace. Like Ganesh is good if you go into like the Indian system. Who would be a good Aphrodite or maybe some Greek spirits and things try to I don't know how if you try to like start a dream journal and set every night an intention to like contact certain spirits and um or just like start a devotional altar to like gods and goddesses that represent like peace and harmony and home. There are goddesses and goddesses for that, I'm sure of it. Bring flowers to them, bring light to them. And this goes back to my other advice to you, which I was giving to you, is you should get out into the community. So go volunteer. Maybe there's some clubs or things that you can go to. I know you have anxiety. But you do want, and this goes back to the body. I mean, home, and this is the house that you live in. This is your body. Getting a clean body, getting a harmonious gut, getting rid of your IBS, working really extra hard on like cleansing your body and creating a harmonious internal. Everything is, as above, so below. So if you create a harmonious bodily system, you will probably attract this practical, shiny woman into your life and someone who will bring light into your life. So that's the energy. What's another aspect of this energy that you need to cultivate to attract? So earth spirits, look into earth spirits, earthly, like, you could even do like a meditation where you ground yourself. So maybe if you go into meditation, you go close your eyes, imagine a ball of white light above your head, and imagine pulling it down through the top of the crown of your head, like spin it up, make it really big here, like grow this big ball of like white light, and then pull it down through the back of your head, through your head, down your spine, down your sternum, down your spine, down into your pelvis, down through into the ground, and pulling into the ground, shoot it down into the ground, and then reverse that current so that it goes up and down, so that you're pulling and giving energy into the earth. And I would get really grounded into the earth, and that'll help with OCD too. And that's an active meditation that you could do, which could be, I know it sounds weird and hippy dippy, but this is a lot of what you'll find in magic. If you start looking into magic, it's a lot of imagination and a lot of meditations and things that have to do with like imagining things and pulling energy down, and all this banishing rituals and invoking rituals is all about like imagining energy, protecting yourself, and banishing the bad energy away from you and things like that. So pulling a psychic told me to do this. This is a different psychic than Paulina, but she said to pull energy to ground myself, and it really works. This really works, and you pull energy down into the earth and then back up into your body, and or you could just focus on mainly just pulling energy down from the crown of your head. I wouldn't go too far into pulling from like source. I wouldn't pull from source energy way up there. I would just start locally and pull from the crown and go down and into the earth. Hate being a lone woman. I took 10 years of it. I need a lot. My place is very okay. Also, I've accidentally fallen asleep meditating one time. I'll try that. You fall asleep meditating. That's good. I spend 10 minutes just trying to shut my brain off. And when I meditate, I'm never on the verge of sleeping, or I'm hearing voices, or I'm seeing things. I get, when I close my eyes, I get like, unwanted, like, visuals. What do you call that? When you see stuff? Visions. I get visions. And, that can be really distracting. Oof. It's kind of a layer of the astral. I go into the astral when I close my eyes. So this is the main advice. She's a practical woman, but she's going to bring some light into your life, and she's probably going to take care of you. And she's going to take care of herself. The star doesn't just take care of someone else. The star takes care of, but she's a sweet, practical woman. And you need, to ground yourself and be a source of comfort. You cultivate being that kind of dependable, homely man for someone who can hold all this light. So she's probably going to be like the outgoing, not anxious one. She's probably not going to be very anxious. She's practical. She's simple. And that'll be that'll be very cooling for you. Probably. Your camera keeps freezing. Oh. Does it really? Ooh. That's interesting. They say if the camera freezes, it's I knew this one psychic one time who said camera freezing is because it might be because you're not ready to hear this, or this is not the message that you need. If you want to start believing in signs and reading the signs and listening to the tarot and divination, you have to start believing in a lot of kooky stuff. And part of that is when your technology malfunctions, there's usually it could be a spirit that's messing with the camera. Yeah, it could just be that we live 1,000 million miles away, but it could also mean that you're not ready to hear this, or this isn't the information that you need. And I would say this is not the information that you need. I don't think you need to bring a woman into this mess right now. No offense. It seems like you need to like fix your body. And I keep saying it, but it starts and ends with the body. It starts and ends with the body. And everyone thinks they can think their way or get a relationship or try to put a quick fix. It's not freezing now, LOL. Yeah. What energy does Kevin need to cultivate? What energy could he cultivate that would benefit him? I got the 5 of Swords. Let's look it up. 5 of Swords. Oh. I think this has to do with waiting. Yeah, I think this is like waiting. Interesting. It went into the mental plane. So it went into Swords, which is the suit of the mental plane. Swords is a suit of the mental plane. Wands is a suit of the fire or passion, energy, manifestation. Pentacles is the suit of practicality, earth, money, resources. It's the earth element, fire element, This is air element. What's your zodiac sign, if you don't mind me asking? 5 of Swords. Oh. Conflict, disagreements, competition, defeat, winning at all costs. Conflict, and I said this is the energy that you need to cultivate. Okay, we're gonna clarify this. Maybe you need to fight for yourself. You're a Capricorn. Oh yeah, you did tell me you're a Capricorn. Haha, what's up? It's hard out here for a Capricorn, isn't it? Shit, dude. Conflict, disagreements, competition, defeat, winning at all costs. So maybe I think winning at all costs. Let's clarify that. I'm going to pull 3 cards for the energy that you need to cultivate. Maybe you're a little too lazy. You need to start getting serious about, okay. Oh, yep. This goes again. This is what I was saying. This is the 6 of Pentacles. And you see how he's giving to these people that are begging? I would say volunteering, giving yourself. I know it's not, in a certain way, you need to be selfish. See, this guy's kind of selfish. He looks kind of selfish. I think you need to get selfish about your health, selfish about your body, selfish about your time, timing, structuring your days, structuring your time, cleansing your body, fasting, devoting, getting into paganism, getting into nature, making an altar, things like that. Maybe a meditation where you ground yourself. Selfish with your time, not just letting your days pass you by and you just keep getting sicker and sicker. And then the 6 of Pentacles. This is someone who's giving. This card talks about giving. I would look into volunteering and look into really young people, maybe terminally ill children. I know that sounds intense, but you're a Capricorn, you can handle it. Like terminally ill children or hospice care, old people who are dying. And this will help you get out of your funk. Volunteering and serving other people is one of the quickest ways. So giving. I know you've gone on the dole and you've taken this time to like focus on yourself, and I think you need to like structure your days better and get kind of serious about it. Get kind of this speaks of conflict. Get kind of angry about it. Like I'm gonna be selfish and structure my day and plan my day, cleanse my body, get clean, do all these things that I need to do. You start a dream journal. I'm gonna get serious about my health. And then there's going to be this side of me where I schedule in these periods, maybe once a week, where I go and I volunteer somewhere and I give some of my time to other people, because you need to get out of your own head. Okay, what's a third card for the energy that Kevin needs to cultivate? I would really take that volunteering advice into consideration, because I was talking about that and it came up. Giving. And maybe devoting. And this goes back to the altar. Start an altar. And you said you had a dead person who keeps visiting you in dreams. Maybe leave out some flowers or some water or something, bread, wine, for the person who died and who keeps visiting you in dreams. Leave something on the altar or something on your nightstand, like for him. And then and then a dream journal. And start recording your dreams. That's the easiest way to start remembering your dreams, to start lucid dreaming, is to just literally write down your dreams every morning, whatever you remember. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. Okay, what's the third energy he needs called? Judgment. Ooh, judgment. This is good. This is really good. This speaks of judgment. Judgement. Tarot. So Sorry, I have to spell judgment. I don't know how to spell judgment. Judgment, rebirth, inner calling, absolution. There's Archangel Gabriel. Above Archangel the messenger God blows his trumpet. Maybe make a devotional altar to Archangel Gabriel. There's a cool synchronicity. Try that. Try to contact Archangel Gabriel. He's the messenger God, the messenger of God. He's blowing his trumpet. The people respond to his call, ready to be judged and to find out if they will be accepted into the heavens or not. In the background is an extensive mountain range, signifying the insurmountable obstacles and impossibility of avoiding judgment. The judgment card is calling you to rise up and embrace a higher level of consciousness for service of your highest good. You are experiencing a spiritual awakening and realizing that you are destined for so much more. This is your cosmic upleveling. You hear the call and are ready to act. Tune in to a higher frequency. Let go of old self and step into the newest version of who you really are. The judgment card often indicates that you need to make a life-changing decision, but unlike those associated with the logical justice card, this decision requires a blend of intuition and intellect. You may be at a crossroads, aware that any choice you make will be a significant change with long-lasting effects. Tune into your highest self, trust the judgment, and know you are on the right path. If you still need clarity on a situation, look at your past and life lessons to guide you. So I think this is I would read this as judgment. You need to like judge how you're structuring your days. Something that is good is called So it seems like you're ready for something bigger, which is probably why you've contacted me. If you're ready for leveling up, structured app. Look up the structured app and you can plan out your days hour by hour. I would do that. So like no day goes to waste. And yeah, because this is a good year to like really focus on the self, and it's a dragon year, and it's going to be a good year generally for Capricorns in general. And judgment. So using your better judgment. When the OCD stuff, it's like you need to use your better judgment. I just stumbled across your channel one day. Oh yeah. Well, judgment. I would look up the judgment card. I think this is a perfect card for you. Yeah, I think it's time to take things seriously because something bigger is calling you. A totally different system of living, maybe through paganism or through other kind of magic system. A totally different way of looking at your day. Giving offerings to maybe gods and goddesses, spiritual, or giving offerings literally to people. That's the best way to do it, is go out and actually serve people in the community who need help. Offering your time, maybe joining clubs, you want to attract this woman into your life, you need to become a more public person. And yeah, you might feel anxious, but you're 44, you can handle it. You're a Capricorn. Go out there. If you feel anxious, you feel sick, just show your face in public. Meet some people, help some people, serve some people. And you schedule that in. And just follow the schedule. From 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., I eat my breakfast. From 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m., I go for a hike in nature. 11 to 12, I have lunch. 12 to this, I do yoga and like doing this every day. And so that no day goes to waste. Cleanse my body, drink the tea, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., drink my herbal tea and sit by the fire reading a book. Reading a book about spirituality, reading a book about paganism. Go to the library, get some books about paganism. I think paganism or some kind of earth, some kind of earth honoring practice. Maybe look into the native Canadian people who lived on the land before. Whoever lived in London, Ontario, there's probably a native tribe. They might have a reservation nearby. Maybe visiting them and offering prayers to them, learning about their spirituality and their spiritual practice, which is probably closely linked to the land. That would probably solve most of your issues. That would probably solve all your issues if you literally went and spoke to the people who lived on the land before you did, in honoring them, learning about their spirituality. Boom, solved. I drink herbal tea all the time. Good. Okay. Well, maybe you need to drink some more rigorous herbal teas. And yeah, I would look into getting a reading with Paulina Auk. You know, she can give you the exact ones that you would need for your body. She's like, if you lost something, like, where are my car keys? She'll be like, oh yeah, they're under the red thing that's in the room that's in the very back of your house. You know where that is? And she can like tell you things exactly. Like, she can help you call in love into your life, although I know she would recommend you not calling in love right now. But it seems like you need to get some things in order in your house, your home, your spiritual practice, using your judgment in order to call in this woman. And it seems like she's going to be a good practical woman. This is who I got. So whoever she is, there's someone out there that's going to be like good. But yeah, getting kind of angry and serious and not letting any day go to waste. And it might be a battle. So it might be hard. There might be some conflict involved with taking life seriously. If you're used to just sitting around and petting your cat and libraries are horrible. They are infested with bed bugs. Dude, come on. OCD? Is that the OCD speaking? Libraries are horrible. Nah. But yeah, getting really serious and angry, like, fuck it. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do this. I would get up at 5 in the morning. Here, I'm gonna type this in. 5 a.m. Go to bed at 8 p.m. Dream, journal in the morning. Nightly reflective journal. Journaling at nighttime. Well, we've been on here an hour and a half. All right, man, I gotta probably go. But I've given you some good advice. And charitability, using your higher judgment, knowing what's best for you. And yeah, maybe she'll come. Maybe. But it seems like you gotta sort out your house. You gotta sort yourself out before she's gonna get there. You want to be healthy. You want to be like fully present for this person. Oh, I got bitten by bed bugs. Oh, fuck, there's a heart in this other thing, like right where this is terribly designed. Library before, if they latch on to you and you bring them back to your place, you are screwed. All right, then maybe order on Amazon. Paganism 101. 150-page book with lots of illustrations in simple prose about things that you can do, like to practice celebrate the equinoxes, celebrate the solstice, celebrate the moon phases, get into like a lunar cycle or get into a sun cycle. But if you want the ultimate hack, I would get that reading. I would get a reading with Polina. Amazon, I guess. Although, yeah, go on Amazon, or there's not really any bookstores anymore. Barnes and Nobles, or I don't know what the Canadian equivalent. There's not very many bookstores anymore. Only used bookstores, libraries, and used bookstores. So if you're trying to avoid bed bugs or whatever, ridiculous. But yeah, it was nice chatting with you finally. And I think I'm gonna go. I hope I was of some help to you. But I would look at cleansing your body, maybe finding a system that works for you and sticking with it, whether it's the Indian system or the Chinese system or Amazonian herbal system, sticking to one, or Canadian, whatever is anti-parasitic and like healthy Canadian herbs. I would just like plow your body with herbs and do a lot of fasting and cold showers. And anyways, yep, nice chatting with you. And I will log off now. See you later. Bye.